Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and game 2 in a series between Mouse Morrow and Drewbie, this time on Metalopolis. Drewbie spawning here at the 3 o'clock location as the red Terran player. Meanwhile, Mouse Morrow spawning here at the 1 o'clock location or 12 o'clock, depending on what way. Anyways, the blue Zerg here as, wow, just completely getting tongue-tied now. And Mouse Morrow spawning here as the blue Zerg at the 12 o'clock position. So this is going to be Zerg versus Terran, and now we already see this Overlord making its way across this chasm here, and we'll quickly be able to see where exactly Drewbie is. And Drewbie, with his amazing deductive skills, will also know where Morrow is as well. So Morrow will be coming in. Will he try to pull back with this Overlord just in time in order to not reveal the Overlord? No, it does. Oh, I believe he was actually able to pull back just in time, so he may be able to hide his location for quite some time. And as long as he sends out a drone, if he sends out a drone, then that drone will make it seem like he did not spawn over in this location here. We now see that the Overlord is hiding beyond these dark vents over here, and now going to just position itself right over here outside of the sight range of these Vespian geysers. We now see a barracks being placed down by Drewbie. So yeah, Drewbie obviously getting that barracks down and now sending out a drone. So this drone will be able to make its way over. SCV looking for that Overlord, and I do not believe he saw the Overlord there. So that SCV just hugging around the corner, and he may be able to gain sight on that drone. No, does not hug that corner close enough. I believe Drewbie is trying to, Morrow is just trying to come back in, and now in comes this drone now. So this drone coming around from this side and will quickly come up this ramp. And this SCV has a lot of walking to do before it figures out where exactly Morrow is. Meanwhile, back over here, we now see that there are no Vespian geysers down by Drewbie. So taking a look at this, it looks like he's going to try to do a fast expansion attempt over here down in this location. We do not see a spawning pool coming in from Morrow just quite yet, so that fast expansion attempt will be able to be successful. No fast expansion attempt. So not exactly sure why he's sitting on 160 minerals so far. He may be trying to build a command center here and then trying to double and train up some more SCVs to get up to full saturation, as we now have a drone activating this Elnaga watchtower. One extractor already nearly completed, and now Marines are currently being trained as well, but only one rack so far. So this is a little bit of a curious build, as now we see an SCV making its way down to that low ramp in order to build another command center. Only 2 Marines so far hanging around here, waiting for that 400 minerals. There we go. We should be seeing the command center come online in just a moment, as the SCV now going to be able to see this hatchery in play. As we do see that the spawning pool is now up. We are not saving up any real larvae, but we are going to be able to get double queens up in just a moment. And now Marines on the move. Those Marines are going to be able to get a lot of damage out as the drone. I'm not sure if he was able to actually see any of those Marines, but 3 Marines now on the move with no real queens or no Zerglings, no Zerglings in order to push this attack back. These 3 Marines may be able to get a lot of damage out. No, it does not look like it, as an Overlord currently sitting here able to now see the double Vespian geyser, the very critical information coming in from Drewbie. So that one Overlord there able to see the double Vespian geysers down now and know what exactly will be coming out. More Marines still being trained, a bunker now being placed down as well. 1 queen, 2 queens now in play as well, both of them spawning larvae, and now this game is fully underway. Both players deciding not to go for any early aggression. However, as I say that, Drewbie now moving out with 5 Marines instead of those previous 3. And those Marines now may be able to deal a lot of damage. We do see 1 queen here, and there is no creep tumor currently linking these 2 locations. We do also see 6 Zerglings being trained, and now those Marines quickly checking up this Elnaga watchtower. More Marines still being produced, so we are now up to 7 Marines as this one now comes out, and now we are going into a factory. We do see an Overlord here, so Overlord, and now this queen needs to make it over, otherwise this is going to be very bad here. Zerglings trying to engage, also a queen coming to engage as well. Zerglings now coming around over here, so the Zerglings getting some free hits there and now dealing a lot of damage, being very well microed by Drewbie. So Drewbie just continuing to put a lot of pressure. Another queen, more Zerglings now trying to come down as well. Drones coming in as well. Queen getting some hits there with that range of 3, and now those Marines once again trying to pull back. Queens will be able to finish off the attack as some fresh Zerglings are coming in as well, and now down goes this last Marine there. So 3 very low hit point Zerglings. but the damage has been dealt. Drewbie now is currently getting some banelings. Sorry, Drewbie now getting more and more SCVs over here at the natural expansion. But we also see Morrow going for a baneling nest. So a baneling nest will be able to perhaps suicide straight into these SCVs over here, take them down, as we are now going into a tech lab. And we may be going, oh no, we are not going into, excuse me, into Banshees, but we are now going to go into instead probably Hellions, as there is a lot of Zerglings across the map already. Zerglings perhaps going to hide down over here and then try to grow up and then hatch into Banelings. There we go. That is a lot of Zerglings ready to hatch into Banelings in just a moment. 14. I believe that is enough to take down a command center and this one bunker very, very easily and kill all the units inside with that additional splash damage coming in from behind. We do have a couple of Zerglings now once again on the move. We do see the Hellions currently being trained. Hellions Infernal Pre-Igniter now being researched, but it may be too little, too late, as these Banelings are now coming out. Will Drewbie be able to see this in time? Now quickly coming in, trying to sacrifice himself, not even taking down that command center, not quite sure why. They're over to command, as it will be able to just take down this one supply depot here, just needs to sacrifice itself there. No. Wow, for some reason, Drewbie not really dealing the necessary damage in order to take that down. Some of those SCVs now were able to be pulled back just in time, as more Zerglings now perhaps going to try to take down this orbital command, but that was really sloppy play. That Baneling bus, if it had just tried to suicide straight into that supply depot as opposed to moving, it would have been successful. We do see Drewbie now coupled down over here with some SCVs, and now this Baneling bus has been a fail, and now with one reactor and a lot of SCVs currently just on auto repair most likely, or just trying to repair, we are going to get a lot of Hellions. And those Hellions are going to be a very, very strong counter. Banelings once again trying to come back in, and there we go. There's that Baneling bus that I was looking for just moments ago. Trying to get more damage. The Infernal Pre-Igniter research just finished completing. However, just a second too late, as those Hellions need to be microed around. We do have more Hellions trying to be trained up, but the timing on the second Baneling bus was absolutely perfect. Coming in from Morrow, and Morrow able to finish this off. Zergling's going to pick off that last Hellion there, and then Root Drewbie says GG. So Root Drewbie trying to move out with those early Marines, could have done some early damage, however decided to pull back, waiting for a couple more Marines, and that allowed Morrow to get Zerglings and get Queens. Because of that delay, Morrow was then able to come back around, mass up a lot of Zerglings with a Baneling's nest. And although that first Baneling nest and that first Baneling bus was not successful, the subsequent ones were. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Mouse Morrow and Root Drewbie here on Metalopolis.